guys, welcome back to another video. So in today's video I wanted to do a project share with you, and then tomorrow we will get together and do the project together. So today I'm just going to walk you through it, and let me tell you, I thought it was going to be a quick project. It was not a quick project at all. It was very time consuming. I love the way it turned out, but I am going to tell you it was very time consuming. So do with that information what you will. Maybe it was time consuming because I'm a little bit slower than I used to be, especially when I'm working with like fine details and, you know, fingers and beads and tying knots and stuff like that. So that's very possible. Ooh, sorry, I shook the camera. All right, sorry. I shook the camera, so I just repositioned it. Anyway, it could just be that my fine motor skills, that's words I was looking for, is not as good as it used to be, and so things just take me a little bit longer, which is fine, but I just wanted to forewarn you that I thought this was going to be a quicker project, and it really turned out to be detailed and hours long. So, all right, so what we're doing is, it's actually quite a fantastic project, if I do say so myself. I've seen other people doing the Dollar Tree planner and, you know, doing different things with it. So I went ahead and took my turn and decided to do a TN that is this big. So right off the bat, it's 7 inches across. And then right off the bat, this is about 9 3/8 tall. So that is what I used as a base for my inserts, is that measurement. So what I did was I used, of course, the 2023 monthly planner monthly format. So this is just your months. Now, if you wanted to use one of the other Dollar Tree planners, go ahead and do that, but you're going to have to adjust your measurements because I'm not sure that they all measure the same. So this one specifically is this right here. And so this is the measurements that I'm going to use. So we have the, excuse me. I usually keep the front door closed, but my daughter came home for lunch, so she left it open when she left. All right, let's just hope they don't bark again. So I'm using the monthly planner, and then I'm also using some pages out of a composition notebook. Now for the pages that I used, you can do one of these planners with one composition notebook and one planner. The other things that you're going to need are going to be some kind of paper, some kind of decorations, some stretch string, and I think that's about it. A stapler. So let me show you what I created. Okay, so this is what I created. It is a traveler's notebook, like I said. It is laminated. So that is one thing that I am going to be using, that if you do not have a laminator, you can make this and then just kind of double up the spine a little bit to get, you know, some thickness and some weight to it. But I do suggest using a laminator. So it is a traveler's notebook that's laminated. I've got the spine, just has a whole bunch of tassel-y stuff and poof ball thing here that I made. I've got some beads threaded onto the tassel here, and then I've got the belly band that is attached to it, and that also has some, excuse me, my life is very busy today. This also has some tassels on it, just ribbon that I've tied up there, and it also has just some hints of gold thread. You might not be able to see that. It's very thin gold thread, but that's threaded throughout it. So this is what the front looks like. I went ahead and decorated it and then laminated it because I wanted to make sure that all of the decorations stay nice and put. So I wanted to make sure that they were under the lamination. Now, if you wanted to, again, do any kind of 3D decorating here, you'd have to wait until after you're done laminating and then go ahead and put any kind of 3D stickers or roses, anything like that. I'm sorry that the lighting's changing because the sun is going in and out. It cannot make up its mind. So you open this up, and here is what we have. So on this side, I have a pocket here, and the front of this is laminated. And so what I did was I just went ahead and cut along the pocket. And so now you have a laminated sheet back here, and this is laminated with just the pocket cut into it. So I don't know if that makes sense, but that's what I mean. I cut around and gave it some detail here. I'm sorry the light's the light is shining off of it and giving it a shine, but let me flip this over. So that's what I did, was I just went ahead and cut around the pocket. So you have a nice little decorative border on your pocket here. And there's plenty of room for tags, receipts, whatever you want to keep in here. And then we get to our first book, which is going to be our planner. I just did a simple embellishment on the front there. This was an embellishment that I actually had in my stash, and I used them as page borders, but I decided it looked really nice up against this doily. Okay, so flip that open, and here is your monthly planner. And it's just one of the Dollar Tree monthly planners. Comes with the planner itself, and then it's got a planning guide in the back. I thought it had a lot of nice little features back here. It's got a phone book. It had some measurements back here too, and I really like that because I'm constantly trying to convert measurements for cooking or recipes. Here's the conversion tables. I thought that that was really good to have, and I don't know about postal abbreviations. I probably wouldn't use that, but that's just because I'm 44 and I've been doing this my whole life, so I pretty much know all the postal abbreviations. And then just some spot for notes in the back. So that's our first book. Our second book here, again, very simply decorated, is going to be our composition notebook pages that were cut down to size. So we've got, I went ahead and put 30, actually I put 16 pages in here, which equals 32. So I wanted to make sure that you had one page for each day of the month, because that way if you wanted to combine these and make this your monthly planner and then kind of do your own, layout here for your weekly planner or your daily planner, you can just start with right here, day one. This is kind of what I do. I always did it. As a matter of fact, I used to do it when I worked also. And so what I would do, let me review this piece of paper real quick before I show you, make sure it doesn't have anything personal on it. Okay, I can show it to you here. Okay, so what do I do usually is when I get up in the morning and I look at, what I have to do that day, I'll go ahead and just start. This says Monday, 8/22, so this was yesterday's. I didn't start today's because I knew what I was doing today. So just write the date at the top, and then I just go and just do a running list of everything that needs to be done. I've got plenty of room to make notes. That's why I do this, because I need plenty of room to make notes. And then next page, you flip over, say this is today's, you flip it over, you do today's date, and then you go back, and anything that you did not get done, you transfer right on to the next day. So that's just a little idea of how I use like notebooks and just loose leaf paper, as you can see over here, to kind of plan out my day. Also, another thing that I added in here was this laminated, I call it like a sheet protector, because when I write, I like to write on something solid like this. And so I love these because no matter where you are in your book, you can still flip it in here and you can have a flat surface to write on, a hard flat surface. I do not like writing on like the paper. I don't like writing on that. So that's why I came up with this. It's also great to have in there. I've got a sheet on the back of just, lined paper. And I thought that would be good because you can use an eraser marker. Not an eraser marker. What are they called? Dry erase board markers. So you can write on here with a dry erase board marker and just wipe it off when you're done. Start again the next day. I did put a little to-do up here, and if you wanted to, you know, do whatever you wanted here. So that is the second book. And then here's the third book, and again, very simply decorated, not a lot going on there. I wanted to keep it simple because I didn't want a whole lot going on the front of these. Because this is a very functional planner. This is not just cutesy to carry around with you. It is very functional. You'll get a lot of use out of it. So the third one is, again, just, here's a pocket and 32 pages again. The way that all of these books are held in is with a stretchy cord here. I will show you how to do this on the next video. I will let you know how I thread everything. I'll let you know what products I used. I'm probably going to do a different paper collection next time. I did take out paper. I did take out paper from this collection to do another one on camera, but I just feel like I want to do another paper collection. I don't know if that's like what you guys do, but sometimes if I'm doing like a really frilly pink, I'll get bored with that and I'll want to do like a nautical theme next. And then if I do something vintage, like I did, this is kind of vintage, you know, it's kind of just scrappy vintage stuff. I'll find myself wanting to do something more put together, you know, so I don't know if you guys are like that. But anyway, yes, I made this today, and again, it just took a lot longer than I thought it was going to. I started working on it this morning at like 7:30, and I would say I probably got done completely at 1 o'clock. Now, I will not tell you that every minute of 7:30 to 1 o'clock was spent doing this, but a very large portion of that was spent doing that. So 7:30 to 1:30, that's... So I didn't take into consideration that in that 4.5 hours that I also had to come up with all of my own measurements. So thinking back, maybe this is not going to be such a long project now that I'm going to give you the measurements. So maybe that was a big chunk of that time. That's 4.5 hours. So 4.5 hours of working on a project. That's a good chunk of change. If you wanted to make it simpler, again, you could not laminate it. You could just use cardstock. I just don't feel like it would hold up very well if you only did that. So I would use the time and just do it the way you want it to look, and also put in the extra time to do the lamination because it really does make a difference. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was very quick. I just wanted to show you what I made, and then like I said, the next video I'm going to break it down and we're going to make one together. So if you want to know how to make this, just keep those notifications on and it will notify you when I upload that video. Well, I hope you guys have a great day. Take care and bye-bye.